SpongeBob. Kind of whatever. Maybe you're like that though, and you're like, I want something like that. Or maybe in general, you have some family members that just haven't really been there. And it's just like, I don't know what to do because I'm not used, or I want to be like a family I'm not. I want this and I don't have it. So maybe you've felt that before, just like having your family being like, man, I wish it was just a little bit more different. I wish it was a little bit more this way. So maybe you felt like that. You see, when our family doesn't fit the ideal family, when our family isn't exactly how we think it should be, we can feel alone. And we can feel like we're hopeless and like we're just sitting here alone. And so we want to just keep this conversation going. What this looks like, what your family looks like, and this idea of friends and where they come into play. And so I'm going to have you guys turn back to your groups again, and we're going to discuss for a few more minutes. We've got a few more questions. The first one is this: why do you think it's important to have friends who feel like family? Why does that matter? The second one is this: who is one person outside of your family that feels like family to you? We're going to give you a few minutes. Go.
Okay. Well, if he was asking about this morning, I said to make sure to mute him as well. But he's like, I'm going to mute him. I was like, we can make sure to mute him. He's like, okay, no, I don't care. And I was like, I don't know what he knows about it. I freaking love that. Here, please. No, thanks. I'm good. That smells like a hospital. Wow. I have so many coffees this week with people that I'm getting the days wrong, and I accidentally said see you tomorrow, and she was like, I thought we were doing Wednesday, and I was like, we are. Someone else's tomorrow, I'm sorry, my bad. I've never met her either, so she's probably like, I guess that's I mean, none of us, we don't really do this, we don't know what's going on. Do I turn on the front? Do I just switch?
Sure. It's probably
Well, the front two that are off right now, so it'd be dark. But I don't know. I don't know how he normally is. Yeah. I didn't. What? Oh, it's not catchy song. It's like, oh, okay, see you then. I'm sorry. Rufus. Aw. Akira. Oh my goodness. Please video me. Look at her. She's just staring at the deer. I know. They're so cute. She's trying so hard. Yes, it is not cute. Cute. Dogs are cute.
What's up? We're back.
Don't turn it off.
Let me see your eyes. Ooh, okay. Well, believe it or not, I think about rough, tough situations, and I think about these two friends from the Bible. Their names were David and Jonathan. You know, actually, can I get Jamie Dub? You two want to help me out with this? Y'all want to come up here? Yeah, come on, Jamie Dub, here, come on. Come on. Jamie, go. Ross, you help me out? No? Amy? I want Josh, get up here, come on. Josh, right here. It's okay. Josh, right here. Jamie, come here right here. So, you can come stand right here. Yeah. So, this is David. And we go, hi, David.
Hi, David.
This is Jonathan. And we go, hi, Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan.
You see, these two, they were good friends. They were really good friends. Yeah, give me your little wave. Peace. Yeah, they were good friends. But, you see, David, his family wasn't the best. It wasn't the best situation. So he went to work for Saul. Now, pause here. Saul was Jonathan's dad. So Jonathan is the son of Saul. And so Jonathan is just like, oh yeah. And David is working for Jonathan's dad, Saul. And so they become friends during it. They become pretty good friends, you know. But we see this though. We see that Saul really liked David. He's like, Jonathan's dad was like, yeah, like I like David. Like David's a good dude. I like him working for me. Like he's a good dude. But then this is crazy. Then Saul begins to see that David starts to become like popular. By all the people, he becomes popular, and people start to like him. And Jonathan's dad Saul is like, man, this guy David, he's about to take over my job. And actually, David was appointed king in the future. So like, David is like, man, he's kind of just sitting here, and like, Saul is like, man, this guy David is about to take my job one day, like, over, and everything like him and not me. And Saul's like, man, he's like to his son Jonathan, he's like, man, I don't like that. I don't like that guy David. You friends with him? Yeah, I don't like him. But you see, no, Jonathan didn't do that. Jonathan was still, he kind of just stayed here, and he's like, you know what? I still like him. Like, just because my dad doesn't mean I can't. So Jonathan's still here, yeah, right? But Saul hated David so much that he planned to kill him. Jonathan is not happy with that. You see, Jonathan is out. No, but look at this. Bye-bye. These two are great. I should. But you see, just because Saul's dad wanted to kill him, that didn't change the way Jonathan saw him. They were still best friends. They still loved each other. And you see, they still were best friends, to say that. They didn't let their family situations, they didn't let the things they're dealing with in their family get in the way of their friendship. You guys can kind of see. Let me give a round of applause for Jonathan and David. Let's see how the Bible describes their friendship. The Bible describes their friendship as this. It says, and Jonathan made a solemn pact with David because he loved him as he loved himself. Oh, I would say, oh. You see, maybe you don't realize this, but that's even a part of like why we do church here. We do it because like, whether you know it or not, like this is a place where you belong. And like the people around you, the people in your group, the friends in your group, like you can call them family. Like we're a church family. Like this is what God intended. For us to have a group of people, a group of friends that we could call a family. And that's what I want you to know today is that that's why we gather. And so maybe you're sitting here and you're like, yeah, I have a friend like that. I would say I have a friend like that. Maybe you're sitting here and you're like, yeah, like they're not even here, but yeah, I do have a friend like that. I have a friend that I love like a brother, or I have a friend that I love like a sister, and you're like, yeah, I feel that. And for you, I want to encourage you this week to remind them that. I want to encourage you to just remind them how you feel about them. Remind them that you see them as family. Remind them that they matter to you. Because sometimes, like, our friends, we don't always do that. I know me personally, like, I don't always do that. I forget. And so I want to encourage you this week, if that's you, to remind them that. Remind them how you feel about them. Remind them how you see them as your friend. Like, how you see them as family. And maybe for you, though, maybe you're sitting here and you're like, you know what? Look, I can't think of that friend off the top of my head. I can't think of that friend or those people in my life that I would call a family. I can't think of that. If that's you today, I want to encourage you to do this. To bring more people into your circle. To bring more people into your circle. Bring people around you that see you for who you are. People that love you. People that care about you for who you are. And bring them into your circle. And so this is my challenge for this week. I want us to identify one person that you can include into more parts of your life. Just one. One person. I want you to start thinking about that. How you can do that this week. Identify one person that you can include in more parts of your life. And well, maybe for you, you're just sitting here in this place, and you're like, man, I can't think think of that person. But maybe you're thinking a little bit and you're like, man, maybe that person that I need to get to know a little better, maybe that person I need to spend more time with is Jesus. And so maybe you're sitting here and you're like, man, I want someone that's not going to leave me, someone that's not going to forsake me, someone that's going to be there in the good times, someone that's going to be there in the bad times, someone that loves me for who I am. And if that's you today, I just want to remind you or tell you for the first time that Jesus is inviting you to a family today. That's the greatest family of all time. Jesus is inviting you today to a family unlike any other. He's inviting us to a perfect family. A family where you don't have to measure up. Where you don't have to be anyone other than who you were made to be. You don't have to be anyone other than yourself. And Jesus is inviting you to that family day. And if this is the first time that you're hearing that, I want to pray for you. Because whether you realize it or not, that friend can be Jesus. And that can be an easy first step. Because he is inviting you to be a part of his family, whether you realize it or not. And so I want to ask us all to bow our heads. And I just want to say a prayer, the same prayer that I made when I first accepted the invitation to be in Jesus' family. And it goes like this. It's just, sorry, thank you, please. So Jesus, you can repeat after me, by the way, if you want, in your head. Jesus, I'm sorry for the things that I've done that have broken my relationship with you. I'm sorry for the mistakes that I've made. But Jesus, thank you for dying on the cross for me. Thank you for sending your son to die on a cross for me so that I can be a part of your family. Lord, please come into my life today. Come into my life and change it. And show me that I belong in your family. That there's a place for me. With heads bowed still, and you just repeated that prayer with me in your head, I just want you to slip up your hand. Because what I believe is that Jesus is calling you to be a part of his family. Whether you realize it or not, Jesus sees you, he loves you, and he calls you his own. He calls you part of his family. And so, you can lift your heads up now. Sorry. But let's just keep this conversation going. Keep it going with what it looks like to have people in our lives, friends in our lives that feel more like family. And so we're going to ask you guys to turn back into your groups and let's just really dive in and lean in, because the people around you can be your friends, and if you let them, they can be your family. And so let's turn around. We got a few more questions for you guys. We're going to give you a few minutes, and then we'll be back up here. All right, sound good? Go.
We're watching on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So we can live stream so that when we get the final song, we can turn things over.
Okay.
Cool. We're going to try this. We can just see if that works, because sometimes we may or may not get the right time. So let's move out.